What if I told you that your greatest obstacle isn't out there, it's in here, points to head, and with the right mental hacks, you could turn that obstacle into your greatest weapon? This isn't motivation fluff, this is how high performers think, act, and dominate their lives. Greatness isn't gifted, it's built, and the foundation is your mind. In this video, you'll discover 12 powerful mental hacks that will rewire your thinking and help you rise above average. Whether you're starting over, feeling stuck, or chasing your next level, these hacks will flip the switch in your brain and unlock what's been holding you back. Number 1, act before you're ready. Here's a truth most people never realize: you will never feel completely ready. The people you admire, the ones building businesses, writing books, changing lives, they didn't wait until every condition was perfect. They moved, they acted, and then they figured it out as they went. Waiting to feel ready is the enemy of progress. It's a trap that keeps brilliant people stuck in the planning phase. We think, once I have more experience, once I feel more confident, once I'm 100% sure, but that moment never comes. Why? Because confidence doesn't come before action. It comes because of action. Think about it. When was the last time you learned something deeply by just thinking about it? You didn't become a good driver by reading the manual. You didn't learn to speak by watching others talk. You had to do the thing badly first. That's the gateway to doing it well later. Acting before you're ready sends a powerful message to your brain. I trust myself to grow through the challenge. It rewires your mindset from fear-based hesitation to forward-focused momentum. That first step, no matter how clumsy, is where transformation begins. This is what psychologists call self-efficacy, the belief that you can figure things out even if you don't have all the answers right now. It's not fake confidence, it's not arrogance. It's a quiet trust in your ability to adapt, adjust, and improve. And you build that trust not by waiting, but by doing. Let's be clear, this doesn't mean acting recklessly. It means understanding that preparation has a shelf life. At some point, more thinking becomes avoidance. More planning becomes procrastination. The brain wants comfort, but greatness is born in discomfort. You must be willing to look awkward, feel uncertain, and still move forward. Here's the mental hack. Shift your question from "Am I ready?" to "What's the smallest bold step I can take today?" You don't need to leap the whole staircase. Just take the first step. That action builds clarity, and clarity builds momentum. Let me give you a practical example. You want to start a podcast. Don't wait until you have the perfect mic or 10,000 followers. Record a 5-minute episode on your phone today. You want to get fit? Don't wait for Monday. Do 10 push-ups now. Small action rewires the brain faster than perfect planning ever will. Remember, the world doesn't reward what you intend to do. It rewards what you actually do. The people who achieve greatness aren't fearless. They just learn to act before the fear could stop them. You don't need more time. You don't need more confidence. You need courage. And that starts with movement. Act before you're ready and let your greatness catch up. Number 2, talk to yourself. Don't listen to yourself. If you listen to every voice inside your head, you'd never leave your house. Your brain is a survival machine. It's constantly scanning for danger, threats, and risk, even when none exist. That voice that tells you you're not good enough, not ready, not worthy, it's not truth, it's noise. And if you want to rewire your mind for greatness, you have to stop listening to that noise and start speaking back to it. Here's the harsh truth. Most people are bullied daily by their own thoughts. That inner critic, the one that repeats past failures, exaggerates your flaws, and predicts future disasters, it doesn't serve you. It sabotages you. But here's the good news. You can take control of the conversation. The human mind is incredibly programmable. The language you use about yourself shapes your identity. If you constantly say, "I'm bad with money," your brain accepts that as reality and filters your behavior to match. But if you say, "I'm learning how to manage my money better every day," suddenly your actions start aligning with that new identity. Words are commands to the nervous system. Speak them with purpose. Talking to yourself isn't weird, it's strategic. Top athletes do it. Navy SEALs do it. High performers do it. Why? Because self-talk is a performance tool. It overrides fear with focus. It replaces doubt with determination. Let's get practical. The next time your mind says, "I can't do this," respond with, "I can figure this out." When it whispers, "I'm not strong enough," say, "I've been through worse. I'm built for this." When it screams, "What if I fail?" you yell back, "Then I learn, and I rise." Don't wait until you feel positive. That's not how it works. You speak it first, and the feelings follow. It's not about lying to yourself. It's about leading yourself. Be the coach, not the critic. And here's the kicker. The brain doesn't care if what you say is true or not. It starts reinforcing whatever is repeated. That's why affirmations work when they're paired with action. You're not just saying you're disciplined, you're showing it by waking up early. You're not just claiming to be resilient, you're proving it every time you push through resistance. Your words become reality when your actions echo. So stop letting your mind drag you through the mud. Interrupt the pattern, take control of the mic, and speak to yourself like someone who is going places. Because you are. Your self-talk is either a prison or a passport. Choose the words that set you free. Number 3, make your environment work for you. Here's a powerful truth. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. And one of the most overlooked systems in your life is your environment. Most people try to change their habits with willpower alone. But the smart ones, they redesign their surroundings to make success inevitable. Why? Because your environment is always shaping you. It's either helping you build the life you want, or quietly pulling you back into the one you're trying to escape. If you're constantly surrounded by clutter, noise, negativity, and distraction, you're fighting an uphill battle every single day. No wonder motivation fades. It's not that you're weak, it's that your environment is silently working against you. Let's break it down. If your kitchen is filled with junk food, your willpower doesn't stand a chance. If your phone is loaded with apps that hijack your attention, focus becomes impossible. If your closest relationships are with people who complain, gossip, or settle for mediocrity, you'll slowly lower your standards without even realizing it. But flip the script and the results are explosive. When you curate your environment with intention, you remove friction from good behaviors and add friction to bad ones. Want to read more? Leave your book on your pillow. Want to exercise in the morning? Lay out your clothes the night before. Want to stop scrolling? Delete the apps and leave your phone in another room. These are simple shifts, but they create massive momentum over time. And this goes beyond physical space. Your mental environment matters just as much. Who are you following online? What kind of media are you consuming? Who do you allow to influence your thoughts and decisions? Protect your mental space like your future depends on it, because it does. You can't expect to think like a leader if you're surrounded by followers. You can't expect to act like a champion if you're surrounded by people who fear discomfort. Here's the mental hack. Designed for who you want to become, not who you've been. Your environment should reflect your vision, not your past. If you want to become more focused, create a space that supports deep work. If you want to be healthier, surround yourself with people and tools that make wellness easier. If you want to live with purpose, remove anything that screams distraction. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. Start with one corner of your world. Clean your desk. Create a calm morning space. Remove one toxic influence. These small changes send a big message to your brain. This is who I am now. Remember, you don't have to fight your environment. You can build one that fights for you. When your surroundings support your success, greatness becomes your default setting. Number 3, make your environment work for you. Here's a powerful truth. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your system. And one of the most overlooked systems in your life is your environment. Most people try to change their habits with willpower alone. But the smart ones, they redesign their surroundings to make success inevitable. Why? Because your environment is always shaping you. It's either helping you build the life you want, or quietly pulling you back into the one you're trying to escape. If you're constantly surrounded by clutter, noise, negativity, and distraction, you're fighting an uphill battle every single day. No wonder motivation fades. It's not that you're weak, it's that your environment is silently working against you. Let's break it down. If your kitchen is filled with junk food, your willpower doesn't stand a chance. If your phone is loaded with apps that hijack your attention, focus becomes impossible. If your closest relationships are with people who complain, gossip, or settle for mediocrity, you'll slowly lower your standards without even realizing it. But flip the script and the results are explosive. When you curate your environment with intention, you remove friction from good behaviors and add friction to bad ones. Want to read more? Leave your book on your pillow. Want to exercise in the morning? Lay out your clothes the night before. Want to stop scrolling? Delete the apps and leave your phone in another room. These are simple shifts, but they create massive momentum over time. And this goes beyond physical space. Your mental environment matters just as much. Who are you following online? What kind of media are you consuming? Who do you allow to influence your thoughts and decisions? Protect your mental space like your future depends on it, because it does. You can't expect to think like a leader if you're surrounded by followers. You can't expect to act like a champion if you're surrounded by people who fear discomfort. Here's the mental hack. Designed for who you want to become, not who you've been. Your environment should reflect your vision, not your past. If you want to become more focused, create a space that supports deep work. If you want to be healthier, surround yourself with people and tools that make wellness easier. If you want to live with purpose, remove anything that screams distraction. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. Start with one corner of your world. Clean your desk. Create a calm morning space. Remove one toxic influence. These small changes send a big message to your brain. This is who I am now. Remember, you don't have to fight your environment. You can build one that fights for you. When your surroundings support your success, greatness becomes your default setting. Number 4, stack identity with action. Here's a mental hack that can change everything. Don't just chase results. Build identity. Most people focus on outcomes. I want to lose 20. I want to make 6 figures. I want to write a book. But here's the problem. Goals are momentary. Identities are permanent. When you connect your actions to who you want to become, you create sustainable change that doesn't vanish when the motivation fades. The key is identity-based habits. Every time you take action, you're not just doing a task, you're casting a vote for the kind of person you believe you are. You didn't just go for a run, you cast a vote for being a healthy person. You didn't just sit down to run. You cast a vote for being a disciplined creator. You didn't just say no to distractions. You cast a vote for being focused and in control. Every small action you take either strengthens or weakens your self-image, and the stronger your identity becomes, the easier it is to stay consistent. You don't have to force yourself to act like the person you want to be. You just become that person. But let's be real. Identity isn't built in a day. It's built in the trenches. It's built when you show up on the days you don't feel like it. When you choose effort over excuse. When you decide moment by moment that your future matters more than your feelings. Here's the mind-shifting question to ask yourself every single day. What would the best version of me do right now? That question cuts through the noise. It silences the excuse. It aligns you with who you're becoming. Because your future isn't created someday. It's created today, in this moment, with this decision. Let's say your identity is I am a builder. Every time you work on your craft, you reinforce it. Every time you practice discipline, you strengthen. Over time, this identity becomes internalized. You no longer need willpower. You have a reputation to protect. And that reputation is with yourself. Here's where most people go wrong. They wait to feel like the person they want to be. But identity isn't something you wait for. It's something you claim through action. You don't wait to become confident. You act like a confident person. You don't wait to become consistent. You show up like someone who is. Action leads, identity follows, and momentum compounds. This is how you rewire your brain for greatness. You stop asking, what do I want to achieve, and start asking, who do I want to be? And then you align your daily actions with that answer, relentlessly. Because when your habits match your identity, success becomes automatic. Your greatness isn't out there, it's already inside. You just have to start acting like it. Number 5, use yet as your power word. 3 letters, 1 mindset shift. A single word that can rewire your thoughts, unlock your potential, and keep you moving forward when everything else tells you to quit. That word is yet. I'm not there yet. I don't understand this yet. I haven't succeeded yet. Most people stop at the first sign of difficulty. They hit a wall and say, I guess this isn't for me. They fail once and say, I'm just not good at this. And right there, they cement a limitation into their identity. Not because they aren't capable, but because they've accepted struggle as final. But when you add the word yet, you reject the fixed mindset. You refuse to be defined by the present moment. You signal to your brain, this is temporary. Growth is possible. I'm still in the game. Here's what most people get wrong about success. It's not reserved for the naturally talented. It's built by those who keep going when they don't feel ready, who keep learning when they don't feel smart, and who keep trying when they don't feel capable. The word yet is a mental bridge that carries you from frustration to progress. This isn't motivational fluff. It's backed by neuroscience. Studies in cognitive psychology show that adopting a growth mindset physically changes the way your brain responds to challenges. Instead of shutting down, your brain becomes more active. Instead of seeing failure, it sees feedback. And it all starts with the belief that you're not there yet, but you can be. Think about the power in that. I can't lead a team yet. That invites learning. I haven't made money doing what I love yet. That creates space for action. I'm not confident on stage yet. That keeps the door open for mastery. Here's the trick. You have to practice saying it out loud. Every time that inner voice says, I can't, you answer back with not yet. You don't let the final word come from fear. You let it come from belief. Because belief is what builds momentum. And momentum is what builds greatness. This tiny word does something massive. It gives you permission to be in process. Too many people beat themselves up for not being perfect. They quit because they aren't instantly good. But growth doesn't happen in a straight line. It happens through the messy middle. Yet is what gets you through it. So here's your challenge. The next time you find yourself discouraged, doubting, or disappointed, insert yet. Say it with conviction. Say it like your future depends on it. Because it does. You are not finished. You are not stuck. You are becoming. You're just not there yet. Number 6, win the first battle of the day. Every day before the world makes a single demand of you, you're faced with a decision. Stay in bed, or rise with purpose. React to the day or command it. Delay action or begin. That decision is the first battle of the day, and how you handle it sets the tone for everything that follows. Here's what most people don't realize. Your brain is constantly searching for cues. It wants to know, are we in control, or just surviving today? And those first few moments after you wake up, send a powerful signal. Hit snooze, your brain gets the message. We delay, we hesitate, we give in. Get up with intention. Your brain hears. We lead, we show up, we execute. Winning the first battle isn't about being perfect. It's about establishing momentum. Because momentum is a multiplier. Win early, and your brain starts collecting evidence that today, you're the kind of person who follows through. One disciplined act leads to another. One small win builds a stack of victory. And let's be clear, this doesn't have to mean waking up at 5 a.m. and running 10 miles. This is about deliberate intention, not drama. It could be as simple as making your bed, drinking a full glass of water, doing 10 push-ups, or spending 5 minutes journaling. What matters is that you do it on purpose. You decide to begin with strength. When you win the morning, you activate your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for focus, decision-making, and long-term planning. You take control of your psychology before the day can take control of you. That's not just motivation,
That's neurobiology working in your favor. On the flip side, when you roll into your day passively, you let your surroundings dictate your state. You check your phone before you've checked in with yourself. You scroll, you react, and you wonder why you feel behind by 9 a.m. Greatness doesn't start with grand gestures. It starts with what you do when no one's watching. Before the emails, before the meetings, before the chaos. It starts with that first quiet victory. Here's the mental shift. Don't treat your morning like something to survive. Treat it like a launch pad. Set your intention. Move your body. Speak your goals out loud. Practice gratitude. Do one thing that reminds your brain. We don't coast, we climb. Because the first battle of the day is about more than just discipline. It's about identity. Each morning is a chance to declare, this is who I am. This is who I'm becoming. And every time you win that battle, you stack the mindset of a high performer. Remember, champions aren't made in the spotlight. They're made in the shadows at sunrise. So rise strong, win early, and let the world keep up.